2 to 5 you can write other examination. By evening 6 o'clock you will come to home or room. Then you have to start for the tomorrow's examination. Tomorrow morning, for example, GS paper 1 morning, GS paper 2 in the afternoon. Morning 9 to 12 and evening in the afternoon 2 to 5. So in this, what is there in GS 1? In General Studies 1, you are having world history, you are having Indian history, you are having Indian geography, world geography and anthropology related social empowerment and other areas. That is Indian society. So here these 5 areas. And afternoon you have to cover Indian polity, international relations, then social justice related anthropology, another 3 areas. So here by 6, if you start preparation in the evening, then till 11 o'clock you can prepare, that is 5 hours. Then after that early in the morning, if you wake up by 4 o'clock, then if you read till 6 o'clock, because you have to reach the examination hall by 8 o'clock, that means you have to start here at home by 7 o'clock. Then you have to prepare by 6, and hence the time available is only 2 hours in the morning, 5 hours in the evening, 7 hours. Within this 7 hours time, you have to revise all the subjects of both paper 1 and paper 2. And this is the real problem. And if you understand this from day 1, then there will not be any problem to revise. Because in the traditional examinations, you have to separate this, the traditional view and the examination, competitive view. In the traditional examination, and some of the parents are here, you might have written one particular subject on one day, then there is a gap of 1 day, then we will write the other examination. And this is the mode. But here, you have to study world history, Indian history, world geography, Indian geography and Indian society. 5 areas. 5 areas you have to cover in 5 hours. Then how to revise the entire Indian history in 5 hours? In 1 hour, that is the time that is available for that particular subject. It is not possible. So you have to prepare the gist of entire Indian history throughout your preparation of 1 year or 2 years or 3 years. You have to prepare the gist of everything, then you have to complete the gist within 1 year, 1 hour. You have to prepare the gist of everything on geography, then you have to complete that in 1 hour. If you cross 1 hour, if you take 2 hours, then you cannot revise the other subjects. So from day 1 onwards, if you are having this particular attitude, then you can crack this examination in single attempt. And no second attempt is essential. If you understand this particular timetable, then how to maintain the pressure. Because so I saw these continuously watching these officers. I never saw Mohan Kanda garu in tension, and same is the case with Biswal garu and Ashok garu, and every time they are very happy. And here if you open the newspaper, and they will participate in different meetings, and the subjects are different, and they will meet different personalities, different people, different subjects, both subordinates and also superior officers. And if they started feeling tension before any meeting, then they cannot perform this. And you have to start this, and you have to inculcate this particular without any tension to work. From your preparation onwards, if you do this, then everything will be clear. You can do this. That means there are several areas in the both prelims and mains. Number of subjects are there, but you should know how to tackle all these things without any tension. This is the issue. Number of people, if you enter into service, if you enter into IAS profession, number of tensions you have to discuss, and somebody with ferociousness they will enter, one MLA will enter with ferociousness, and they must be cool. And they should not, overreact to that particular situation. And some other senior officer may scold. And we may scold some of the subordinate officers. No, this is not the way. Definitely there will be a tension, but we have to be composed, we have to be cool. And here the syllabus is also like this. The syllabus is vast, but if you see this, then we can maintain our coolness by handling the syllabus effectively. This is the main issue we have to tackle. If you see the result, all the people for the first time I think in the UPSC history, the first ranker crossed 50% of the benchmark in this particular year. 1056 out of 2025, that is the total mark. In this, the first ranker got this particular mark, 1056. So 50% of the mark means you will be in top 10. And the last individual who entered into civil services with 33%, 35%, 40%, so like this, vary from one year to other year depending upon the the question paper nature. So what you have to understand, if you take for the past 5 years, suppose for example in the same scenario, if you take the first, second, third general studies average strength, average mark, out of the 250 marks, the first 50 rankers are getting only 60 to 80 marks out of 250. In 250 marks question paper, 25 questions will be given, and each question carries 10 marks. And now this year they have reduced to 20 questions, and each question carries 12.5 marks. That will vary from year to year. Say for example 25 questions are there, then each question carries 10 marks. You have to take only 7.5 minutes time to answer the particular 10 marks question. This is the problem, this is the issue. And if you don't get answer within 7.5 minutes, then you have to move to the other one. And here by seeing the question paper, some of the people, by seeing the situation, suppose for example, out of your office, some strike is going on, some important call came, and some other confusion situation will also arise in the office, in your office, then you will not be, shaken by seeing all these, circumstances. You have to be cool and composed. You have to answer the phone call, and you have to answer all your subordinates, then you have to answer all the people who are undergoing, undertaking the strike. And nowhere you have to lose your temper. If you lose your temper, then you will not be a fit officer. So here in this particular case, in the syllabus also, in the examination hall, yes, 25 questions were given. And out of these questions, only 10 questions, and that too 60% relevant answer. Only 60% of the answer, not 100% even. Then with cool mind, with composed mind, you have to write those 10 questions with 60% relevance. And you will get 60% of the marks for these 10 questions. 10 into 6, 60. Then the rest of the questions, 15 questions. Then the rest of the questions, only 20% relevance. And some of the questions only 10% relevance. Some of the questions 30% relevance, like this. If you are in the cool mind, with composed mind, you can think on that. So the 10% answer will enhance it to 20%, and the 20% answer will enhance it to 30%. The 30% answer can be enhanced to 40% and 50%, depending upon your composedness and also coolness. This is what you have to learn, and this is what you have to do. So here, you have to recollect some of the things from your discussions with the friends, discussions with the teachers, discussions with the parents. You have to get all those, you have to recollect all those points. You have to recollect all those points, and you have to put it in the form of a story, and you have to write that. If you write the rest of the 15 questions like this, you may get 3 marks for each question, or 2 marks for each question. If you get even 2 marks, 15 into 2, 30, and already you got 60, 60 plus 30, 90, and you will be in top 10. And if you get all the 90, 90, 90, 90, 90 score in 3 papers, and automatically you will get high score more than 100, 120, like that in ethics paper, then you can get good score in essay. And often, of course, you can get nearly 280, 290, it is not an issue. If you get like this, then you will clear this examination in single attempt. My dear friends, here, whatever you want to do, you please try to understand the nature of that. And here, based on the nature, you try to tackle that. And this is the nature of the examination. And here, from day 1 onwards, you have to concentrate holistically, integratedly on each and every subject, and you have to recollect, and you have to show a lot of interest on this. and you have to discuss the same thing with your friends. We can complete, suppose for example, if you come to my institute, then we will cover the entire syllabus within 6 to 8 months. That is only the first aspect. And here, we can complete the entire syllabus of both prelims and mains in 6 months or maximum 8 months. Then actual work will start afterwards. And several people will attend the class. Several people will try to interpret and analyze. And from this analysis you have to write. And only few people will take up the particular third aspect, writing answers. Writing answers within the stipulated time, this is another aspect. Writing answer according to the nature of the question, this is another aspect. After after getting the entire subject, then you have to do all these things. That is why for the completion of this entire syllabus holistically and integratedly, at least you have to spend 1.5 to 2 years. So the UPES has taken that particular decision. So after discussions with Dean Bharathi, then we planned in such a way that in the first year BA, in the second year BA, in the third year BA, so we have to do all these subjects very systematically. So the intention is the student must interpret and analyze each and every area mentioned in the syllabus. This is the target. And they have to internalize the subject. If you don't internalize the subject, and you may not get the answer within the stipulated 7.5 minutes time that is available in writing the answer. If you want to write effectively, if you want to get all the points, if you know all the points, then you can put it in the form of a story, then you can give it. For this particular purpose, so I would to suggest the journalist view. And here if you adapt the journalist view, then nobody can prevent you. So what is journalist view? Suppose for example today we are taking up this particular meeting, and here meeting of 2.5 hours or 3 hours meeting, and all these things will be given in the form of a para tomorrow morning. But the para gives clarity who conducted this particular meeting and who are the chief guests, what they have given. And here you can read happily. There is introduction, there is body, and there is also conclusion. Even for 7.5 marks or 8 marks question also, you have to introduce the topic in such a way that you have to give your introduction and your body, then your conclusion. And here, this is what the examiner will expect from you. And you should have clarity on what you are giving. So if you are having clarity, then you can get into civil services. If you get clarity, then that will be your last attempt. And some of the people, they will borrow different books from different people, different agencies, different institutes, and they will pile up all these things, but they will not read. And here they will gather different materials, and they will cut the newspaper and they will pile up. It is of no use. Read the newspaper, write 2-3 points on that, on each and every, important news item. Read the textbook, then try to prepare your gist. So this is what is important, rather than piling it. And here, the different sources, Indian history, number of sources are there in the market. Number of sources are there in the market. And here the student will learn after 1 year, 1.5 years, or 2 years, then the wrong path. And here some of the people, they will try to by heart the several things without understanding the nature of the examination. First of all, we have to understand the nature of the examination. Then we have to understand and we have to fix the targets on each and every subject, what to read and what not to, and take the important books and take the help of the teachers, because here the coaching institute will not give you service place. The coaching institute will help you to get into this service. The coaching institute will save your time, which is very, very valuable. Suppose for example, if you want to understand the entire, if you want to read, you can read all the points mentioned in the syllabus. You can understand, you can master over, but it takes a lot of time. And here the history teacher will come and he will give the entire thing in 200 hours. And if you spend 200 hours with the teacher, then you will be master in history. Then if you spend 200 hours with the anthropology teacher, then you will be master in that. Only thing is you have to do only that. And if you start reading on your own, then you may read several aspects, several things, because and every subject is having lot of depth. The vertical study will not help you. And here the horizontal study with specific points. Horizontal study with specific points. And you should know where to, take up the vertical study and where to go on the horizontal aspects. And here the teacher will guide you in that particular aspect, because he is the master and he guided number of people, and hence with his experience and with his successful students and also failure students' experience, and he will advise you to take up this particular aspect. This is the way, this is the way, this is the way, and he will conduct examinations. Then you can evaluate yourself. This is what the coaching institute will do, and all these things will be provided to all the degree students at Upes, Dehradun, okay, and for this. And at Lakshmaiah Study Circle in Ashoknagar and also Visakhapatnam. Okay, this is what I want to inform you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for Bharathi Garu for giving this opportunity to have MOU with such a great university, UPES. So I feel proud to announce this, because we produce very good results here, and my ambition is the same as the university's ambition, and hence, so we are working together, and in future, definitely we will prove in India that, and we will provide the good quality leaders to the country. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts, not only about the program, but about the university as well. And also helping students in understanding how to manage stress while preparing for IAS. I believe UPS and Dr. Lakshmaiah IAS Study Circle coming together will do some remarkable things in future. Moving further, I'd like to share a few more happy students sharing their success stories with you all.